Welcome back, everybody, as we continue on this week's edition of Making Waves, our inside look at Roosevelt University athletics. Chatting now with Roosevelt University men's head basketball coach Dee Brown. And, Coach, thanks as always for joining us this week. And happily so, we're able to talk about a couple of victories here. Able to play an extended weekend of games last Thursday and now again last evening, Monday night, as we tape here on Tuesday. So had a little bit of an extended scheduling situation there, but able to come away with a couple of wins. Had to feel great.
Yeah, I feel really, really good, especially how our team performed collectively. More of a team win. Really came out, competing, played hard against two quality opponents. I think Parkside's a really good team who's struggling right now, and then Fair State, mid-pack of the league. So it was really two big-time victories on the home court.
One thing we talked about on the broadcast, and that was it seemed like for really the first time this season in the Parkside game, team was able to kind of dictate the tempo early on and pretty much control the game, not for the entire 40 minutes, but fairly close to that.
Yeah, I felt from start to finish, we dictated the pace and dictated the game. Did a really good job of pushing pace, playing together, playing free, sharing the basketball. But I just thought, our zone defense kind of made them stagnant and took them out of their offense and what they wanted to do. And then we really shot the ball really well.
Was there much of a difference as far as how the two games went in your mind? They both resulted in wins, but were they in your mind similar in nature to how you got the victories, or were there any differences?
No, it was very, very similar. Actually, we have had five guys in double figures. It was a collective unit. They played together. They came out and executed the game plan as far as with sharing the basketball. And then when we making shots, we are a very dangerous team, and we made shots both games.
Yeah, you mentioned about making shots. That's a dangerous situation for the opponent, and in the case of the Parkside game, especially the shooting was there, and it yielded great results.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, we always talked about just competing together, going out there and playing for each other, having 19 assists, and then coming back, following up with 17 assists, probably our season's high of sharing the basketball. We talk about sharing the sugar all year. I think our guys came out and just really played together, pushed pace. And again, when you make shots, it helps your defense be better.
You talked about the guys coming out and playing together, and it looked to me as I was calling the games in real time, both games, that everybody was able to make a contribution. It was a real team effort. No one player, it seemed, really dominated and overshadowed everybody else. It was a great team effort on both ends in both games.
That's all we talk about. Us together. We got to do it together. And when we come together, I thought our bench did a great job. I think every guy that came out and played minutes really gave it their all and competed and played for the team. And when you do that, again, you share the basketball. The numbers don't lie. You shoot the ball well. Your defense get a little bit better. Everybody plays with a little more confidence, a little more juice. And again, when we do it as a unit, we do it together. We are a dangerous team.
You talked about playing with a little bit more confidence. Do you see that kind of coming to the fore here the last couple of games? Do you feel the team is getting more confident as this season goes along?
Absolutely. That's all we've been talking about ever since we've been talking about, even on this podcast, when I come here and tell you, we do things together and we bond together, we do it collectively. We really have an opportunity to compete with anybody in the league. I really believe that. But when we disconnected, things don't go the way we want, we break from each other. That's when you see the spike, the moments in the game where we lose it. And I think that we've been doing a great job of during those times of adversity, bonding together during the time of success. When we got it going, the energy levels has been really good, and can't commend our guys enough for believing in one another.
I know that after the Parkside game, he came over back to where we were broadcasting from, and I could see the joy on your face, the expression on your face of I think obviously happiness, but relief that you were able to get that win. But I got the impression you were happy for the team as well, that they have worked so hard. They've battled through some adversity, and it had to be a great feeling to get that win and then be able to follow it up.
It's all about the guys. It's all about they come in and work hard every single day, and they got to believe in what we're trying to do. But also, I was really happy because, the community, the people showed up to watch us play and perform. I think that's big time on a Thursday night to come watch us play and spend their time at 7:30 at night and come watch our guys compete. And they work hard to go out there and put on the performance as well. So I was just happy overall just with our performance and the community showing up and supporting us.
One thing that you mentioned, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, and that was the fact that it sounded like you were emphasizing the fact that to the players you were saying, this is about you, and this is the result that you want to get to, and you're the entity, you're the team that's going to decide your fate. It's not necessarily about me. I can obviously guide you along, give you instruction and all that, but in the end, it's about the players and what they want, isn't it?
Absolutely. I show up every day. I got a beautiful team, beautiful staff, and we show up every day passionate. We love what we do. We all about team. Very appreciative for the opportunity to be coaching collegiate basketball, and we respect the game. So when you put your all into it and you still show up and have that same energy and the same passion, it is about the guys. It is about the student-athlete experience, and I really believe in that because I once was a college athlete, and I know that you'll remember this for the rest of your life and what your experience was here at Roosevelt. And when we go out there and we compete and we go out there and we put on the show, we go out here and show up for class, we show up on campus, we want to show up and understand it's about the experience you have while you're here in college, and to leave it all out on the court when you go out and play, because how many more chances you get to go out and play in the Goodman and play in front of the crowd and put that jersey on. So it is about them, and especially during this time of year when everyone's playing for something. They're playing for seeding. They're playing to win the league. They're playing to make the postseason. Whatever they may be playing for, it's how you come out and compete, how you come out and follow your game prep. And I think our guys have been doing an unbelievable job of just hanging in there, battling through the adversity, coming to show up every single day and working. And the more we come together and the more we understand that it has to be a deep appreciation for having the opportunity to play Division II basketball here in the city of Chicago, I think you'll just continue to see us compete, continue to see us go out and be more together, because as the season comes to an end, what are you playing for? What's really at stake? What's on the line? And for us, we want to finish strong and make sure we, battle through what we battle through and bring it home for Roosevelt.
Is one of the points you try to emphasize to the team the fact that you talked about being able to have the privilege of coming out and playing in front of crowds here at the Goodman Center and elsewhere? Do you talk a little bit about the team and tell them that not everybody gets this opportunity, and so this is your time, this is your opportunity to try to make as much of it as you can?
All I talk about, this thing go by really fast. It seems like the season was just started yesterday. So take advantage. I'd be very appreciative every time you get to step on the court, whether it's practice, whether it's games. You should just have a deep appreciation for the opportunity.
And not only that, but we talk so often about how quickly things go. There's going to be a time down the road where you're going to look back, and you're going to want to look back on the whole experience positively.
Absolutely, you have to. I mean, things happen for a reason. I strongly believe that, whether you're going through really good times, down times. I just want people to appreciate the moments and live in the moment. And right now, we're having some good moments for us to be able to come out with 2 home victories, play as well as we have right now during this stretch. It's really positive. I love to see the smiles on the guys' face, but believe me when I tell you, they continue to work hard. They continue to show up, and we're very appreciative that they show up and give us their all.
And not obviously that you want to be in that situation, but having faced all the adversity that the team has, it's got to make it that much more enjoyable to get the victories, doesn't it?
Winning is everything, man. Winning feels good no matter what you're going through. I mean, teams don't take it for granted when they are winning big, but winning in this business is not normal. So when you're actually going through this stretch where you're winning and you're performing at a high level and you're able to pull out wins, winning is hard. So we appreciate every win that we get, especially due to the hard work that all these young men put in. So winning is hard. Winning is not normal. So when you actually get it and you're doing it, you better appreciate it.
You kind of took the words out of my mouth. You read my mind. You anticipated my next question, and that is the fact that winning is hard. I mean, if it were easy, then maybe it wouldn't be as worth it and it wouldn't be as much fun. But the fact that winning is hard, that does make it all worth it when you're able to accomplish your goals.
Absolutely. And when you understand what you're working for, we all got goals going into the season. We all have goals in everything we do. Winning comes in different forms. People define it differently. You could be winning in life. You could be winning waking up in the morning with good health. However that is for you. But for here at Roosevelt, winning could be, winning is being a great student in the classroom. Make sure you giving back to this community and you showing up every day with the appreciation that you get to play collegiate basketball. So winning is hard. You got to be consistent. You got to be disciplined. You got to do your due diligence of making sure you wake up and doing what you're supposed to be doing. And like I said, I understand how hard winning is. So very appreciative for every win we get.
Do you try to instill that in the team, going back and kind of leaning back and looking back on your career as a player, and how hard it is, how difficult it is to be successful and to win? Is that something you try to impart to your team and say, hey, I know what this is like. It's hard, but it'll be worth it?
Absolutely. I'm a decade into coaching too. So I've seen a decade of coaching where, you win some, you lose some. Half the country loses every single night. You have to embrace and understand what you sign up for. I always put on my Twitter, I always put on my outlets. I'm in the competition business. My job is somebody gonna win, somebody's gonna lose, and that's just what we sign up for. So for me, I give them all my life experiences. I have wonderful coaches. I got wonderful mentors who they seen so much, and they give me that advice, they give me that knowledge, and I make sure I pass it down as well. Not because we know everything, it's because what you've been through. That's why it's called experience. And the more experience you gain, the more you understand certain things. And for me, I understand the competition business. And when you're winning, it's hard to keep winning. When you're losing, it's tough to remain positive and try to fight back and try to get to the winning side. It's a lot of variables and a lot of things that come with this business that I'm in love with. And you gotta learn from each situation. And for me, the winning and losing and being in a competition business is something that I'm going to continue to learn and continue to experience. But when you're going through these moments, I want to be able to have good teaching moments for these young men, because I have experience in this. And I know everything, but the things that I know and things that was given to me, I try to give to them.
Focusing on the individual accomplishments, Hamari Bowers, GLIAC Player of the Week. It's been impressive to see. We talked about Hamari a couple of weeks ago, and it's impressive to see his development. He's really becoming a force on the glass. I know we've been emphasizing rebounding over the past few weeks, and Hamari is getting the job done on the rebounding end, isn't he?
Absolutely. And ain't number effort. Number want to. He wants to do it. He does a great job for us, but cleaning glass, and not the tallest guy out there, but he finds a way to go get him, and that brings a lot of value to us because we do struggle with rebounding the basketball. We've been talking about that all year. It ain't gonna magically happen for us, but for a guy to go out there and give it his all and put the effort into getting every rebound for us is incredible.
Looking at that aspect as far as the Ferris State game goes, and I was getting the stat updates throughout the game, and it looked like, again, the rebounding disparity was there, but you were able to overcome that and get a victory.
Can't believe it. Whenever you get plus 21 on the glass, you shouldn't win a game. Glass control is everything in this game, and you can tell who won or lost most nights by the rebounding battle. So for us to get rebounded by 51-30 and still win a basketball game, that just shows it went our way. We did the right things. I love the pace of the game. We played with really good pace and got a lot of easies. And we really shared the basketball again, only 4 turnovers. Whenever you ain't turning the basketball over, but you're not rebounding, that was the first time I've ever seen a game go that way, when we got out rebounded and still was able to get a victory.
And conversely, a little bit, the points in the paint, there was also quite a disparity there, and it seemed to be something that really helped decide the game.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I just think overall we did a great job of just keep pace, share the basketball. When we needed stops, we got stops. So it was an up pace, really good ball game, and we made our free throws down the stretch. We made the right play down the stretch, and I think we was just more together, and we wanted a little bit more yesterday.
Talked about the 4 turnovers as well. That takes real discipline, because having that number of turnovers, that low of a number, doesn't happen often, does it?
When you're going through a stretch, I always say this: what are we trying to do? What are we prepping to do? What's our goal? We've been going into games. We understand the situation. We understand our record. We understand where we are. But what do we want to do? We want to take care of the basketball. We want to share the basketball. We want to try to rebound a little bit more. Whenever we're in the rebounding battles, we are in games. So we all have focus each game. And when we check those boxes, we're in every game or we end up winning them. So I just thought we did a great job of taking care of the basketball, taking the right shots, sharing it, pushing, trying to get easy. And unfortunately, like I said, we got dominated on the glass, but that's what playing zone and long rebounds also creates. It creates an extra, 10 rebounds that fly and goes in different directions. But I just think we just focused on what we wanted to do, and we was able to accomplish it by just taking care of the basketball and sharing it.
The tempo of that Monday night game against Ferris State, was that one of the more up-tempo games you've seen this year? It certainly seemed to me that was the case, calling the game, going back and forth, hardly a time for me to take a breath. Was that your feeling as well?
That was the game plan. Let's get up. Let's get out. What are we doing? Let's get up and up tempo. We practiced hard enough this week and been really emphasizing pushing it. Let's push it. Let's see if they can play our pace. And I think our guys did a great job. We was gassed, they was gassed. So now when it comes down to who's more gassed, is we prepare for this. We prepare for this type of game. So let's push pace and share the ball and get up shots, and everybody get 12, 13, 14 shots where everybody's eating, and that's the way the game went.
When you're pushing the ball like that, when you have that approach during a game, how much does that help in trying to get the opposition out of their game plan, get them out of their comfort zone?
Make them play your type of pace. Make them, some of their guys, their bigger guys can't play because they just can't keep up. So it's just, strategy. I'll get strategy. We want to play faster and keep your bigs out on the perimeter, so you take your shot blocking away. also take your other big guys out of the game. So now you got to play small ball. So it's all strategy, and it fits us better because Amari Bauer is not the biggest guy on the court playing the 4 or 5 position. So, that was our goal, was to just get up and down, make them play our style.
Now you pull back, take a look at a wide-angle view, if you will, of the season as it stands right now. How do you see things as things are right now as you head into the final games of the season?
Us in Parkside probably got the hardest schedule down the road. As far as what we got, three out of our 6 games are against the top 3 teams, and we got to go on the road for 4 of them. But that's the GLIAC for you. We're gonna prepare. We're gonna get our bodies and our mind right, and we're gonna keep trying to push forward. Like I told you, we're gonna keep competing. We're not gonna not stop working. We're not going to stop talking about being together and doing the little things we need to do. We're going to play to the duration because we're very appreciative of the opportunity that's presented. So we're going to keep showing up and work and competing.
That's the case when you take a look at the scheduling. One way or another, eventually you're going to have to take on those teams on the road, and it's going to happen maybe early, maybe late in the season. You can't control that. So I would assume the approach would be, got to play the games. Let's go out and let's try to get some wins regardless.
We played the top 10 schedule in the country. We had 6 road games to start the year against really high-quality opponents. So this is nothing new to us. We've been on the road. You know what this business come with. GLIAC is tough basketball, tough travel. Just got to get to practice, prep the right way, and keep fighting and battling together.
We talked a little bit earlier on about experience and being such a great teacher. When you just take a look within the parameters of this season, do you feel that the experience of the game so far will be able to help the team in these final few tough games?
Absolutely. I mean, we film study. We go over every game. We know that we know why we lose. It's most of the cases is how. So we know why we lost some games this year, and we talk about it, we study it, and we try to prep for it and try to be better the next time around.
You talk about knowing how and knowing why certain things happen. That's part of the whole experience process, and it has to be invaluable, knowing that you've learned a little bit of a lesson here or there down the road or along the road to help you out through the latter part of the season.
Absolutely. That's what this business is about, is to keep getting better as you go along. Just stay the course. You always talk about stay the course. Everything that we teach, we still teaching the same things no matter what's going on. Now, you got to make some adjustments. You got to do different things. But I just think for us, stay the course, keep competing, show up with a positive attitude. If you show up with a negative attitude, nothing positive is going to come from it. So just stay positive, show up every day, and understand we got to learn. There's games to be played. There's a way we must finish the season. And I'm just proud of our guys on how they show up with that mindset and still fighting and competing.
All right, Coach D. Brown with us here on Making Waves. Coach, thanks for joining us. Great to be able to talk about a couple of wins. You're back on the road this weekend, so best of luck, and we'll see you next week.
Man, thank you. Go Lakers.